Yo,
What's up, G? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Did you have like a long stream?
Yeah, I did.
Would you went over the whole $3 million house thing?
To a degree, I'd say so. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah.
Would it be rude to give your take one more time in great detail, like a lot of detail? I just want to listen.
Okay. Sure. I guess
Make it
I would.
spicy.
I mean, all right. So my perspective is on it that there's a lot of people that are coming at it from a really weird angle. I don't think that it's contradictory for him to be a socialist and be like buying
True.
a $3 million house.
True.
The
Me
thing
too.
that
Yeah.
right. So the thing that I think is weird is that he talks very consistently about how there's a lot of problems with owning a luxury house, like the market incentivizing. If you buy a bunch of luxury houses, people who build houses or build properties are incentivized to build more luxury houses, and that therefore like less affordable housing is going to be built. They have a higher carbon footprint and all that stuff. And so I don't know why then he would say fuck it, I'm just going to buy a luxury house. That's the contradiction for me, is that he's constantly critiquing and he was at least constantly critiquing people buying luxury houses and then buys one himself. And on top of this as well, his like really weird position that he wanted to hold, which somebody brought to me and I thought was really weird, how he was bragging about how he doesn't really live luxuriously, and he makes a point of this and talks about his Camry or whatever, his Audi car. You know what I'm
That's the
saying? You
meme
know what I'm
that
talking about?
that meme
Yeah.
came. Believe it or not, the guy who said that meme came from my community. I was
Did it?
Yeah, because 3 weeks ago I was talking shit about how he mentions his Camry. No one was
Yeah.
getting it, but now it became mainstream.
Exactly. Yeah. Now it looks really weird. He's like, "Listen, I drive a Camry, bro. You're in a house, dude. You're in a house that people spend their entire life, and they don't even get close to that with their net worth. Like their entire life's earnings don't even touch how much your house costs, bro. Like, yeah,
I was wondering, why doesn't he just get a $2 million
yeah."
mansion and then do 1 mil? Spend that 1 million on something that's for his cause.
Yeah, yeah, it's just it's getting weird. I think it's also really weird on the flip side because there are people who are defending it who are like, yeah, well, he can live a luxurious life, and of
What?
course he
But
can.
isn't he saving his parents from the cold? They said.
Okay, that's just yeah. You don't need a $3 million property to do that. He needs the pool to protect his family from the cold, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god, like
The funniest thing is I'm like a hardcore minimalist. I couldn't imagine buying a pool. I swear I would.
yeah,
Maybe a studio, right? I would think of
yeah.
like making my content like whatever, but a pool is so cringy. Like I know I'm not going to use the pool. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know I wouldn't like. I actually had a pool at the place I was living in Arizona. Not like for me personally, it was like an apartment deal, and it had a pool. I only used it once personally. I only used it once, and it's like also if it's actually your exclusive pool, you gotta clean that shit, dude.
Mm.
Fuck that shit, dude. I ain't cleaning that bitch. Are you kidding
I
me?
think the
Like,
best thing I heard is he has 5 bathrooms for each editor he doesn't pay.
that's the weird thing to me, dude. You're buying a $3 million fucking mansion. You ain't even paying your edit. That's weird, bro. That's fucking weird,
It's
dude.
weird because if a socialist never postures hard, then yeah, they can have a mansion. I don't give a
Of
fuck.
course,
Yeah,
exactly.
but the fact that he did a lot of I live within my means. I live within my means.
Yes,
That's what
that's
was
the problem.
mind-boggling. And dude, if he just said, "Look, I'm human. I fucked up," I would have, kissed him. I
Yeah,
would, I would have loved him.
exactly.
But when he looked at the camera and
Yeah,
said, "Suck my dick,"
yeah, dude. I like the framing too. Whenever somebody criticizes him, his go-to is, "What am I supposed to do? Not buy a house?" It's like, bro, what? Like,
no, they're no left. It's funny. His supporters are saying, "What's he supposed to do? Live in the woods?" I was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
that's the alternative to a three
Yeah, that's
million
it.
dollar
To a
fuck."
$3 million house with a
One
pool,
guy from his
living in the
chat,
woods. Yeah.
one guy in his chat that he banned said something so base. He said, "Why not just keep living where you're living?"
I know that's what I thought too. He was like, and I was like, yeah, what? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know. He can clearly commute to go collab with people because the argument might be he needs to collab with people, but he clearly can. I don't know. It's really
Bro, first
weird.
of all, how is he gonna do pool streams without a pool? Okay.
Yeah, oh, that is true.
How's he gonna spread state controlled trade without a swimming pool? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, got
And
a lounge, bro.
dude,
Come on.
sometimes I think the best part of hitting the jackpot, like Piker, and making that much money,
Mm-hmm.
is you get to live your regular life supercharged. But who would want to enter a white liberal elite neighborhood gated community and be cozy there? You know, like who on
I
earth
saw.
could you imagine being rock star rich but having to chill with old white elites? That's the worst deal on earth.
Dude, the truth, dude. I remember somebody linked me your fucking tweet, dude. That was the funniest thing in the fucking world, dude.
No, dude.
So you go to the whitest, no minority neighborhood, dude. That's the funniest.
You know what's crazy is every sub, 40,000 subs, was each sub was a brick of the wall they were building away from the poor. Like, and I was wondering, since he's such a socialist community base, if the wall broke down, would Hasan, since he's a community guy, go and fix it with his bare hands so he doesn't smell the stench of the poor?
Probably, dude. I don't know. Maybe he can move a lot of bricks, dude. He's a big guy.
I forgave him for the editor stuff. I forgave him fast. I didn't give a fuck, right? But this one is just all he had to do. The rebuttal just had to have been different. But since he doubled down 4 times in a row, I said, "Wow, he has no conscience,"
Yeah, my thing, especially about doubling down, because if you double down like in a more respectable way, like maybe I could agree to disagree a little bit more, even though it is a bit hypocritical, is like the weird framing that it's just a house. That he's trying to like
yeah, it's just a mansion, bro.
Yeah, it just makes me so frustrated. All these, and then I actually had people in my chat room saying it's just a house. It's like not that big of a deal. And I was calling it a mansion, all right? And they were like, well, technically a mansion needs to be 8,000 square feet. I was like, come on, bro.
Dude, one guy was coping so hard in my chat. He said, "John, you're wrong. It's not a mansion. It's just a palace." I was like, what the fuck does that mean, dude?
Yeah, dude, I had people like, it's not a mansion, it's just a villa, bro. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah. What's crazy is like he's proud that he's like, it's the land that costs a lot. Why would you say that if you're a socialist?
I don't know. And it's like, and I also think it's weird that anybody has any illusions. The reason why he's buying this is that way he can sell it for more later.
Yeah,
too.
dude, people think it's because it's he called it a base of operations. He's buying it so he could scam someone else, right?
Yeah, presumably in his worldview, yeah.
He's gonna exploit the shit out of someone, and hopefully he will exploit one of these like wealthy liberal elites.
You know what's funny? We need this. We need to do this. You remember his take that he was saying like it's so terrible that whenever you guys walk up to a realtor and then you offer to buy a house, they first then go like, okay, I need 100,000 over asking in order to do this, and I need to consult all these 9 different people, right? That was his big complaint, that it was so hard to buy a house.
He said he got scammed. Yeah.
Somebody please quote this. I quote him so hard because I can't wait till he tries to sell that house, and I want to see how he responds because sure as fuck.
But
that's what
who
he's
cares?
gonna do.
Who cares about selling the house? Isn't he giving? He's giving the money right to the people who spread generational wealth and oppressed everyone, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking dude. It's like his whole life lore is coming back to haunt him.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea. I don't know. It's really fucking weird. I think it's really weird his rhetoric on like buying private property or not private property, but property that like land and then sitting on that land to acquire extra money is like really, really fucking cringe and shouldn't be done. Yet he buys a $3 million house that he's clearly going to do that with.
Yeah.
Am I expected to believe that he bought a house that was made in 2014 and without the expectation that that thing is going to go up in value? I don't think so. Like, I don't know. It's really fucking weird. And then go ahead.
I just can't believe there's people like Train gives a lot back to his community, right?
Yeah.
And they're not even the working class. They're just literally broke, right? They're like, let's be honest, Train's chat are some stupid fucking people, right? But it's crazy to think like, why was Piker protecting Nico Lulz? It's because he was signing the contract for this place.
Yeah.
That's like everything starts to, and as a streamer, you can pinpoint everything now.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about on my stream. It feels really weird that all these larger, especially it feels like left-leaning socialist content creators are kind of like all agreeing that it's not really that big of a deal. And they're like shaking hands on this.
Oh, really?
Like,
your circles are saying that?
No, not my circles. Not
Mm.
my circles specifically. But like, my circles are pretty antagonistic to shit like this.
You know what they're gonna
Usually.
say? They're gonna be like, "Irrelevant's doing this because he's
Yeah.
irrelevant and he's doing it for views."
Yeah.
I'm like, why are they
Yeah.
giving us such a juicy meatball? Like
Yeah.
this is the greatest content I've ever seen in my life. Like, why would Piker give some guy in chat said, why not go to Orange County, buy $1 million house with a pool, and then have 2 million to do whatever the fuck?
Exactly.
But
Like what, dude? You could buy whatever fucking supercar you wanted to be able to drive into fucking to wherever you gotta go, dude. Fucking fly 200 miles per hour, dude, if you wanted to, bro. Like what?
the best part of all this is if he didn't adopt the lefty position, he would not have 40K subs.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Like that's yeah, it's I don't know. It's really weird. I think that the weird things. I don't know if you saw Vosh. Vosh was defending it as well. This is what I mean. I
Really?
just yeah, he was. He was like cringing at anybody that like, did it. I just think these people are shaking hands. At a certain point, you get enough cash in these spheres where it's like you shake hands and it's like, hey, listen, I don't have to give any of my money away. I don't have to give any of my money away. I don't have to live any of my principles. Talking about like the luxury. And I'm
No,
not
no,
saying that because they're a
dude,
socialist. I'm talking
dude,
about like
dude, you lefties need to realize we don't want you to give your money away, but
yeah,
don't make it this extreme. Like,
yeah.
get the $1 million house, and we'll all omega law to a $1 million house. But if you do 3 million, this is like way, way over the top for us, man. Like,
Yeah, it's just yeah. I think the real parody was the Camaro or sorry, not the Camaro, the Camry thing for me. I think is what it was. Like that's just it's like how can you brag about that and then the next week, boom, Hasan Piker $3 million house. It's like, bro, you should have just been like I don't know why you would make a point out of your fucking Camry and then the next week buy a fucking $1 million house, bro, or a $3 million house, bro. It's just weird. And
and
then all of those weird people that were trying to say it's just LA pricing, bro. It's just LA. Dude, like I like, dude. These people act like to get a fucking cup of Dasani, it costs like $300. It's like I don't know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
it's just LA pricing to live in West Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, yeah, listen, guys, he's a streamer. It's not like this is a job that literally all it takes is the internet to be able to do, guys. He has to clearly be in the middle of West Hollywood, bro.
But
I don't know. It's really weird.
I said earlier that as a streamer, I always feel like I'm exploiting. When they subscribe, when they donate, I have this guilty feeling. Is this job not exploiting people?
I mean, to a degree. I mean, it depends on how you view it, really. I mean, I think we are providing a service and stuff, but understand the feeling. Like, I often feel bad whenever people donate and shit, especially like as I've started to get a little bit more money. I know for a fact if I was around like Hassan's size, I would feel really fucking bad because it's like those are like at best middle class people giving you money, and you're like you have so much money you won't even notice their contribution to your bank account. You just won't even
Yeah.
notice.
I was
And
wondering, I'm like,
so
maybe he takes care of his chat. Last week he had like an advice panel. We clicked on it for 1 minute. Some guy asked him for a job and he just laughed at his chatter's face and then ended the call after. And I was
mhm.
like, wow, like you don't really gain much subscribing to him, you know? Like,
Yeah, that's something interacting with your subs and shit like that is pretty important to do and stuff. But I don't know. I think that there is a service provided by some of these people, by a lot of streamers and shit like that who are actively a part of communities and shit like that. I just also understand that like I don't know, man. It's just hearing people like talk about how they're doing a 9 to 5, man. It often feels bad that I'm just literally allowed to sit here,
yeah.
jerk off, give takes, and then I'm like taking somebody's money who's a fucking construction worker or works in like IT or some
Yeah.
shit, busting their ass every day. It does feel pretty bad for sure.
Jeez, man. What else? What else? What else? One more thing. Chat, do you have any questions for Irrelevant? Go hit him. Um, I didn't think you were doing. I didn't think you're a comedian. I thought you did analysis. You're fucking hilarious.
Hey, thanks, brother. I
Or
mean,
maybe you're not funny, but the topic is just fucking hilarious.
I try. I think it's the topic for sure. I do not do heavy lifting on my own stream. Trust me, dude.
Have you ever down talked to Son before, or the first time?
Oh no, I've unfortunately have a spree of this. I make this argument for myself. I think Hassan is. I like that Hassan is one of the largest or the largest political streamer on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the best, At all. There's multiple other people I'd put ahead of him, but there's a lot of people that I think are significantly worse and would be significantly worse for the platform if
Yeah,
they
like
were the
Fresh
largest
Fit.
political.
A
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah. I wanted to talk to you about Fresh and Fit. How do
Yeah,
you feel about them pulling out of
dude.
the like
I
the
think
boxing shit?
the controversy stuff they do is the fastest way to grow a channel. Have you noticed?
100%. Yeah, 100% true. Yeah, I think so. At least you see
But
how much they took off after Kevin Samuels came on that one fucking shit.
yeah, well,
Jeez.
I knew as soon as they didn't have like regular girls on, just Miami girls. I was like, oh, they're gonna farm a gold here, right?
Yeah.
Because if you take like any like regular girl, she's not gonna answer what the gold digger takes, and it's gonna change the flow of the podcast.
Yeah, 100%. Like I never liked that framing from them. It's like they would always say like, "We get nothing out of you women." I'm like, "What, bro? You farm them for content your entire podcast, bro. What do you mean?"
Yeah.
They are like that is the thing. They come up with takes that are like, honestly, I'll just be frank, man. They're easily defeatable. Some of their many of their takes, and then so like they'll just fucking clap on it, and it just makes them look good. That's what happens. That's the content loop, dude. You get a girl on there that doesn't know very much about what the hell the topic is, and you dunk on her, and then you move the fuck
It's
on.
like dunking on a socialist that doesn't debate.
Exactly. They've never been outside of their fucking dungeon. They've never seen the light of day, and then you just fucking they come
Which
screeching out of their fucking room, and you just
which is
clap.
crazy. When we're watching Hassan react to Tim Pool, he unloads on Tim Pool. Not in the same call as him, but on the React stream, he unloads on people. Like he goes mean on people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Hassan used to I don't know. He used to talk about how he stopped debating because he was like bad at it, and it's like okay, I get that. Trust me, I saw a lot of them, but I don't know. It was really weird that he then would make. I don't know. It feels like he's still jabbing as if he like should be debating, like he's
Yeah.
calling people out in a way that's like, okay, cool, let's have a back and forth, but he just refuses to engage.
One
It's
thing
really
that
weird.
really bothers me the last few days is Stephen Coward carries security around with him, right? Piker does not, and he goes to weird right wing QAnon IRL streams, right? He literally never has security with him. Piker just goes out in public with Will Neff, doesn't care, not a care in the world. Why is he now saying he's afraid of his security and stuff? Like, is that
Wait,
kind
who
of
is afraid of the security? I
well?
didn't
That's
hear
his
that.
take that he needs to be in a gated community because he's afraid of.
Is that actually, did he actually say that?
Oh, this is one of the biggest talking points of the people who protect him. That he wants to protect his mom and dad and himself, and
Wait, Hassan does?
yeah, that's why he's in a gated community. He's
What? Wait, this is the first time I've.
that's the
Okay.
only. That's how they're protecting the gated thing. That it
Okay,
brings
you want
security.
Okay, you want the most base take in the world? All right, this is objectively true. All right, the best security that his parents can have, that his family can
No,
have, is
not him,
whether-
not his parents. He's talking about
Oh,
himself. He's getting himself security, right?
oh,
By being in a
okay.
gated community.
I okay. I mean, from who?
Well, that's the thing. There's apparently right wing reactionaries that are that hate him. So you know how we as streamers all get death threats, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. Just 20 seconds ago, someone sent me diarrhea picture in Discord, right? Yeah, they people hate us, right? But he said that's what the gated community is for. Like his community said it's for to keep himself like away from these weirdos. Just kind
I don't. I mean, I don't know of any. Maybe there is a serial case of people that like jump on him or whatever, but like there are less expensive gated communities that you can afford for people that are not on a budget of $3 million.
well, you should have seen the stream. He said if anyone comes close, he's gonna pop them with his.
Really?
Yeah, he went like full libertarian on us,
Okay. I mean, if you got a gun, I don't know why you need a gated community,
dude.
but okay.
Since you're a high energy, fast talker, you should just go through Hasan Piker VODs and pause every 20 seconds to laugh. Like it's infinite content at this point.
I was going through his VODs or in shit like that. There's just been other shit that's been going on recently, and so I've been trying to like cover that. But like I've been going through his VODs like sometimes and shit. It is like yeah, I agree. I watched
Dude, you gotta do
yeah.
this one. I already did the whole stream. Go watch the one where he's making fun of a rich guy for buying like $100 million house or something, $500 million house. Yeah, I did as he's roasting the guy. I put the picture of Hassan's mansion
Yeah.
on screen. So everything he said, he was saying to himself the whole stream, and it was like the funniest stream I've ever done.
Dude, that sounds like it, dude. What did he even critique about the $100 million house? What
For the
was he saying?
$500 million house, he loved the bowling alley. I don't know who the fuck would want a bowling alley, but his critique was that it's not like nobody needs that much space, and it's like
Interesting. Huh? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like, unironically, by the way, I want to make a comment. All right, before before I head out, I want to make the comment, and this is something that was actually true. Okay, one of Hassan's bathrooms in the picture in his house is literally bigger than what my bedroom was, and it's bigger than the room I'm sitting in right now to stream. Like, unironic, his bathroom in West Hollywood is bigger than my room, my bedroom. Okay, like
you want to hear
that's
something
not
even
real.
worse? If you and I went to West Hollywood, they'd arrest us. If you and I went clean shaven, they'd arrest us.
They'd be like, "Hey, listen, we know you're not from around here, not around these parts."
Yeah.
Be like, "Trust me, I'm Hassan's unpaid editor, dude. Trust me."
No, it is crazy
Okay.
to be born into generational wealth and still have to save your parents from the cold. So hold on, he gets the hero narrative and to be born as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, dude, are you kidding? Yeah, that's unreal.
How can you be? Only Piker can be Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. You know?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, like I don't know. It's really fucking weird. That's why my biggest problem was him framing it as just a house. Is because I know he takes moments to say, "Hey, I got a lot of money, dude. I'm really privileged." But all of his like casual rhetoric is like, "I'm one of you."
Yeah,
We.
yeah.
He'll use words like "we" when he's talking about it's just a house.
That's
and stuff like this.
exploitative, isn't it?
Yeah, that I think that's. I don't. I mean, I said this on my stream. To be fair, I don't think he's smart enough to know what he's doing. But like, I think legitimately, yeah, it's like I think it is exploitative. I think he doesn't realize what he's doing, but he's actively like pushing this idea that he's like similar to anybody in chat. Like,
My favorite meme my community did was when I was running jokes on Hassan, and at first it was all jokes, and now I actually am moved by how like stupid he is. Like, there's this one picture where it's a Hasan Piker subscriber and a big gate, and Piker on the other side taking his money through the gate. Like they're doing the Trump memes for Piker.
Did you see the society meme with Hassan where it says "Lol, I bought the castle"? That was a fucking 10 out of 10 meme. Oh my god, does somebody in chat have it, dude? Oh my god, it was fucking perfect. That was a 10 from me, dude. That was an absolute 10 if somebody in chat has it. It's the I don't know. It's the you've seen that meme though where it's like yet you participate in it's fucking amazing. If somebody has it, dude, and they fucking run that shit, it'd be perfect.
You know what's so beautiful about all this, and I'll predict this, he will be even bigger of a content creator when this blows over. Right? Because he's in the he's in a monopoly state, you know?
Yep. For sure. Like he is I agree. Like people in my chat were talking like, do you think he's like too big to fail? Honestly, yeah, I think
I think he's too big to be canceled actually.
Yeah, I said that as well. I said like I don't think that I could think of a single thing that would like cancel him and put him away. People would just be like reformed, whatever it is. No matter what it is, I think they will make the claim that he's reformed. The only thing that could stop him, and by stop him I mean severely like reduce his revenue, would probably be getting banned on Twitch.
Bro,
and he just stream on YouTube.
I feel horrible that I used to gift subs to his channel as a meme, but now it hurts, right? Now I know where they're going to. But the craziest thing is if he sells that house and just literally in 1 year buys a bigger one, I will laugh so hard. Like that'll be the ultimate fuck you to all of us. And then I'm gonna tier 3. Then I'll be like, this guy's the funniest guy ever, dude.
Yeah, just to literally, yeah, that'd be funny. It's just a gag. That'd be hilarious. It's just a gag. But I don't know. To anybody that defends Hassan's house purchase, man, all I want to hear is like, where's the line, man? Where's the line? Can this person just like literally live an infinitely luxurious life while simultaneously saying people that live that said luxurious life are cringe and are exploitative or what have you? I don't know. Like, I want to know where their line is. And again, and I agree with you. It's not about him being a socialist and just like, well, you're a socialist and you live in society. No, there's a difference than living in society and like buying a $3 million house when you're talking about like how people who own that expensive of a house are cringe as fuck.
Yeah, I think I
Right?
would have even let Vosh slide, but it's Piker's just the way he does things is so like condescending, you know?
That's the fight. That's the dude. That shit caught me, bro. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious, dude. I thought that meme was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah. It's funny because this meme now no longer means anything because the stands are gonna, delete it.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I don't know.
My
I just don't.
favorite thing is he unironically said if you go into his if you if you breach his wall, which you got nobody should breach his wall obviously, but if
Hmm.
anyone breaches his wall that he's building, his new wall to keep himself away from minorities and the poor, that he'll pop them. I guess he's got like a
Yeah,
weapon or something. When he said that on stream, I was like, wow, like this is
yeah.
so
That's weird.
incredible. Like even the meme,
Yeah,
if he's joking, like
yeah. It's just I don't know. It's weird. It's a whole weird thing.
I
Did you
don't
see
I don't get
Vosh and
why doesn't
go?
Reddit run like Trump's wall memes for with Piker's face? Like nobody's thought of that.
I'm imagining there probably is some, but they're just not circulating. I've seen so many memes about this. I've seen so many flavors of memes about this whole Hassan situation. I've seen like video edits and shit like that. It's crazy. Have you seen Vosh and Destiny have a conversation though about like
Oh yeah. Oh
living your principles?
oh yeah. I've seen all of their
Yeah.
conversations, and believe it or not, I know this is gonna like this disturbs people. Like people get angry when I say this. I'm a Vosh fan. Like I think he's good at what he
Hey,
does.
no. Hey, actually, yo, hey, people get upset at me for that shit too.
I think he's linguistically fucking genius. You know,
Yeah,
he's so
he is.
easy to
He is.
listen
He is
to.
good at. Yeah, I agree. He's really good at rhetoric, and I genuinely, I think for a lot of his inconsistencies and the positions I don't like, I think overall he's pretty fucking on the nose with like a vast majority of shit. So I can't really hate him that much.
I'll say this:
Um,
the most convincing argument any lefty will ever make will come through Vosh's mouth, never Piker's.
yeah. Well, it's. I mean, even Hassan kind of recognizes that, no, by saying he's shit at debate and stuff.
Right.
Like, he's just not equipped to be able to have confrontation or dialogue with somebody that disagrees with him. That's
Yeah.
just very apparent.
Yeah, Hassan taught me a lot about being a streamer. He can just, if someone asks an interesting question, or a critical question, he can say this. Wait, what? And then he can just ignore it. It's like
Yeah, yeah, true,
I didn't know,
true.
dude. If there's one hate thread about me, I talk about it for 1 year straight. I didn't know you can just say, "Hey, mods, we're not talking about it, or we're banning people." Like he just ditches
Yep,
everything he does. It's super genius.
it is. Yeah, it's just go or like that's crazy and just move on, or just like laugh at it and just move on. And that's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Because like the people that agree with you are gonna run with it. Like it seems like nobody in chat is gonna go wait, respond. And if there is like one person, you just act like you don't see the message.
The
You just
best
act
thing
like
he
you don't see the
does
message.
is he'll be like, chat, for the next few days, we're going to have people meme us, roast us. Some debate lords are going to make fun of us, but then we'll be okay, chat. And like, if he walks chat through what's going to happen this week because of all these memes, and chat feels more comfortable and they go, yes, dad, I guess you're predicting the future, so you're keeping me safe. And it's just a weird, like, Stockholm syndrome bond he has with the
Yeah.
chat, you know?
It's weird. I think a lot of that is perpetuated on the idea that like his rhetoric is really in line with I'm one of you. I'm just like you.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though
he's got a
I
Camry,
am.
bro. The,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
He's got to let you know that he has that fucking Camry in
yeah.
his $3 million fucking garage. But you know.
It's next to the swimming pool. Dude, I've never had friends who have swimming pools. I've just never been around pool like I've never even been around rich people like that except when I was working, but I don't think if I had 3 million I'd have a pool. I don't know why. I just think it's so cringy.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It does feel a bit weird. I have been with people, or I've been in people's places who have had pools and stuff like that. For me, it's just a little bit. I just don't want to maintain something like that. That just
Yeah.
seems like too much work.
Same with a big house. I
Um,
think a condo is like the happiest you can be, you know? Like
yeah, I agree. I actually completely agree. Yeah, I don't want a fucking big house that I have to like deal with shit all over the place with and stuff like that.
all of a sudden, like his chat knows people buy and sell real estate, but for him, they say it's just the base of operations. It's not for
Yeah,
profit, right?
yeah. It's
And
really
profit is
fucking
theft, Sargon.
yeah. I don't- that's another thing that I think is really weird is how how does in the mind of a socialist, right? Meaning somebody who believes that the workers should own equity in the company that they work for, the business that they work for. How does modding work? How does that work? Can I just hire an infinite? Let's assume something crazy. Let's assume that Hassan is getting 10 million concurrent viewers, right? And he needs like 100 mods. And some of these people are working 12 hours a day. Like, is that just not a job to him that's like worthy of equity? Like,
Of course
I
not.
don't
They're volunteering to do it. But then you can make the argument that people go into
ex-
jobs because they have nothing else to do.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the argument a
That you
lot
have
of people
power
make
over
for
your
like
mods.
yeah, and he got into heat over this with the editor situation, right? Where he was like, "Well, he's doing it willingly." It's
Bro, he
like,
told
okay,
that editor to shut the fuck up, you fucking little
yeah.
bitch. And that guy apologized. Dude, he's known in the community for apology. I'm like, who the fuck? And he just fell back in line. Like, yes, sir.
Well, yeah, that's the issue when you're that big is there is no job security. If that editor quits, he has like 5,000 people that can currently watch him that could probably edit as well. Maybe not like to this with the same types of like editing styles that he likes because everybody's, got their own, shtick, but like he has like no job security. Like if he wants him gone, he can find another editor in probably 30 minutes. That's probably true, honest. Like there's probably 50 people in your chat room that edit for Hassan in a heartbeat right now. That's probably true. And I know half of your fucking chat doesn't like this guy because like dude, that's just his pull, man.
I,
That's
I, I
just his
think
pull.
I think I think when you give to charity, yeah, I do it privately, but I realize when I do it online, more people are into it. It's better to do it online,
Mhm.
right? What he has this take that if you do it online, you're like doing PR, self promoting, and blah blah blah. I think that's a horrible take. If the net good, I'm not like being a
Mhm.
consequentialist, but if it's the net good, then why not just always do your charity online, right?
Yeah, wait. What are you referencing right now?
Like when he does charity, he says he does it privately, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
why?
Yeah, that's really okay. So like I was of a similar opinion. Like the idea is like you don't want to like flex and like virtue signal. Like yeah, I just gave a charity $100,000, right? I like you don't want to promote that where it's just like that. But also you put yourself in a position where it's like people don't really can't verify whether or not you're like doing any of that, and that is a pretty big deal to a lot of people.
No, but we all know that if someone keeps their charity private, it's because it's a way smaller amount than the public guys.
Generally speaking, I would say that's probably a fair bet. I think that's probably a fair bet, but it depends because I know there's some like giga rich people that do donate and they've had their donations exposed, fucking crazy amounts of money. Even though they're like
Yeah, but
like
if they have
private.
100 mil, they're playing by different rules. Let's be honest.
Well, so yeah, that is true. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I just think it's weird that, especially with the pull that he has, he could change the culture of like left wing streamers and
Yeah, if
do
you put
something.
$1 million campaign
Mhm.
style,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If he does like did the thing with like where Destiny did, where he went out to Georgia and supported the canvassing out there on his own, like he could have broken probably U.S. records, federal records for like canvassing operations. Hassan could probably do that at his whim, but he just like actively chooses not to, which is I think is I don't know. I just don't know why you wouldn't change the game, change the political landscape when he has the kind of pull that he does. And the thing is, he doesn't even have to do anything. He can write a check and just move on with his life.
Yeah.
He could just hire people to do
Even
it.
his foundation would profit, so it's not like it's a 1 million wasted
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not even a loss because everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, he would catch headlines. The largest canvassing operation in history, or like close to it, is fucking perpetuated by like this person, the largest like independent canvassing
I
operation he
think
could
I
probably
think he
get."
wants to break a world record for fucking the most porn stars.
I mean, I'd listen, man. I don't, I won't speculate,
Hey,
but I
he's got
imagine
my
he could
vote.
probably do it. You could probably do it, dude. I mean, that $3 million house definitely won't hurt that, so for sure.
What's
Hey,
crazy is,
you want to
yo,
come on over?
here's how dumb people who defend him are. I dare them to play the game of take that $3 million to a different state. I dare them
Yeah.
to see how much money that is. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
take that money to fucking some Austin, Texas, far
Yeah.
away. Show them how much land that really is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, the people that are saying it's just LA cash, it's like, bro, like, like, dude, I don't think you realize like the difference that this like. First off, they're running at it with a cringe thing, but it's like, I don't know. They think that he's like somehow like a middle class Andy, and it's like if you put it in perspective for like their relative like hometown or something like that, and realize that this guy could literally buy their high school with that amount of money,
And
that like
dude, he could literally buy a complex
yeah, he could like yeah,
like
you just
corporations do.
fucking
And
just,
it's so weird because it's like I don't even want him to do all that. I just want the house to be 1 mil. Like be realistic for a millionaire.
yeah.
Don't go that crazy.
Yeah, that's also yeah. I also thought that was weird because it's like even with the estimates of how much money he's making a year and stuff like that, and how long he's been making that amount of money, this had to be a very sizable chunk of his cash.
That's
And
actually not true because he has a lot more. We did an analysis stream of how much we assume he makes. It's way more than
how
people
much?
like people
Yeah, how much do
lowball
you?
hard. You know, people lowball streamers hard.
Uh huh.
Like
How much do you
how much
think
do you think I made this month?
you made this? So you have 4,000 subs, assuming that you get a 50-50 rate. All
Mm.
right, that 2,000. That's $12,000 from subs. All right, and then 25 grand at most.
More,
Highest
but yeah, a
possible.
little more than that, but yeah.
30.
No, just there. You nailed it. How the fuck did you assume all that? That was really good.
Because of ads, sponsorships, and
Yeah. Oh no, that's not counting
donos.
brand deal. That's not counting brand.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So it's for streamers. It's always more than what they look broke. XQC keeps his wooden chair right there, but
Well, that's generally speaking how what I go off of is just like some of the so I go based off of subs because subs is a hard number, and then like obviously subs is not like 99% of a lot of people's income, so I go off of subs and then I add a little bit more because you got to account for bits, donos, ad revenue, any sponsorship deals, YouTube if you got it. I don't know. Do you do YouTube?
I do, but that doesn't really pay me. For me, Gorilla Mind,
Yeah.
like my people will push. They'll get pre-workout, use code John, and that's like some extra for me. But YouTube is nothing. It's like peanuts for me.
Yeah, like I think Hassan's YouTube is definitely pulling cash. I mean, people
Yeah.
brought up the like Social Blade and stuff. So yeah, I mean, like Hassan, for example, makes fucking what is it? He has like 50K subs now. So what is that like?
Hmm.
It's like fucking 100 and what is that? 50% of that.
Let's
I
just say
forget how
without
much.
brand deals, he's at 300K a month.
Yeah, like
So
that's a fuck
that's
ton of cash.
insane. And then you add the every 1 hour he adds an ad, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then there's like another ad source I forgot, plus YouTube, which
Mm.
YouTube it takes time, but it accumulates over time. It's very crazy. Plus a highlights channel that accumulates views over time.
Oh, does he actually have that highlights channel? Is that actually his?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm guessing, but I'm sure all of them have that. A big streamer has to have that. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
and
so his on Social Blade, his estimated monthly earnings is between 2.6K and 41K. Like it's such a wide net,
Yeah.
but like that's what it
I
says.
don't trust websites because like they say PewDiePie's at 35 mil.
Wait, what? Really?
Like his PewDiePie's net worth is 35 mil. Like net worth is so,
What?
yeah, all net worth is lowballed, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's there's no shot that's true.
I know. And a lot of people say XUC is what, 10 mil a year? I think way more.
10 million a year. I don't know. I haven't looked at his subs or anything like that.
People don't understand how quickly donos add up.
Well, it's things like donos and fucking what's his face Disguised Toast at one point talked about how ads are like ridiculous for him. He was making like an absolutely astronomical amount of money off of ads.
Yeah.
And he literally was not pushing ads. Like he wasn't pushing the button to run ads manually. They were just running like this was back when it was just like like one ad like every fucking 3 hours or some shit. It took forever to run an ad. And he was making fucking fat stacks from ads. So like yeah, when you get those fucking 50K worth of people coming in and out of your channel, yeah, you make huge cash with ads.
I had no idea that if you have 10K viewers, you are way beyond a millionaire. Like you're up there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So-
That's crazy. But yeah, there's people that don't realize that because it's just like whatever, they're gamers.
Here's the problem,
they're in
though.
gamer chairs all day.
If there was someone on Piker's level, identical stats, Piker would still destroy them in money because what you got to remember is if a small e-girl, a small streamer e-girl, she still makes a ton of money because they love her so much, the chat, right? Piker is very loved. So when we think he's making a lot of money, he's making way more than we think.
Yeah, his viewer to dono ratio does seem significantly higher.
Yeah,
And,
when you
like,
compare it to people on his level, he's number one.
yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, there was a good bit of time leading up to the election. He was the highest subscribed streamer on the platform, right? But granted, that was obviously leading up to the election. But yeah, it was really weird.
No, to me, it's crazy that like, I swear to God, I feel like a god, and I'm nothing compared to these people, right?
Mhm.
So I'm wondering like how they get more competitive at the top. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it does.
Like there's no way at Piker's level any human being would say I'm gonna run an ad every hour as a socialist.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It is really it is. I mean, I guess when you know what it probably is, and I talk.
No, you and I would do brand deals. We get a fat check, and then we would say, fuck the ads. We'll do one big fat brand deal twice a month, right? We do something like a Gillette or whatever. He literally every hour needs to fucking cash out. It's crazy.
I'll tell you, okay? I think the reason why is probably pretty similar to the people, like, it's really weird. Hasan likes to brag about how many hours that he streams. And he's like, dude, I'm sitting here like 13 hours streaming. It's like, dude, the reason why you're streaming for like 13 hours is because you're the highest paid employee in the history of mankind. This guy gets like he's paid like $10,000 an hour to fucking stream. I imagine that's probably part of the reason why he runs a fucking ad every hour is because when he runs that ad, that's like $5,000. Like for the fucking ad. It's like, well, there you go. Like, maybe not that high, but you know what I'm talking about. That's like somebody's fucking month's earning. Your middle class month's earning he gets for running a single ad every hour. That's probably why he's running it fucking every hour. I don't know.
And I wouldn't have a problem with that if he wasn't just explaining all for the whole stream how ads are evil and
yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know why he puts himself in these positions because
bro, he hates Amazon.
Yeah, I know. It's really fucking weird. He just doesn't have to say positions that are contradictory to how he lives.
Well, people are like, well, you still have to participate in the system. Why doesn't he just become like an accountant if he hates Amazon so much? Right? He's a smart guy.
Well, like, I think there are probably positions that he could do besides, like, being an accountant. I could probably, like, give him, like, for instance, if he hates Amazon, like, so much that he doesn't, like, think that they're an ethical company, doesn't want to support them. I mean, for instance, genuinely, he could cut a deal with YouTube. Honest. He could do that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he could cut a deal with YouTube.
I would hate to see him go. I love him, though. Memes central, man.
100%. Like, I trust me, I agree. But like he could cut a deal with like a multiple different people for sure if he wanted to. But he doesn't want to because it's. I mean, I understand it. That if I say that perspective like now, I imagine if I was paid nearly as much as he was, where I'm like multimillionaire every year, I imagine probably my positions would change. It's just like with like how Trainwrecks talks about his like gambling streams or whatever. When you're paid $1 million a month to gamble on stream, I imagine it makes it pretty easy to gamble on stream. So yeah.
It's incredible to me how like and everyone who's made money on Twitch, I've given them their flowers, even Piker, but then they go around and snake me like this. Like, this is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And, dude, you should be worried about talking about this because, it affects the hierarchy and moving up in the social circle. But, dude, big streamers will not touch the topic.
Wait, which topic?
The Piker thing.
Oh yeah, big streamers won't touch it because they all want to collab with each other. I truly believe that shit. A lot of big streamers don't want to critique each other just in case they get a chance to collab with one another. Yeah. I think that's just true.
Because it happens to all of us where one of our friends gets a deal and then he'll message us, "Hey, I got a deal. Do you want in on this?" And we get excited, and then you get intoxicated by that one deal, and you go, "Damn, I should keep all my bridges open."
Yep, exactly. That's just all it is. It's like I don't want to critique Hasan because maybe there's a chance that he might want to do content with me in the future, and I don't want to like have that bridge be like, shaky or anything like that or burned. Yeah, it's just the way that it is. People are just looking out for their future interests, 100%.
Feels like you said Piker's not self-aware. He doesn't know he does it. I think he does.
You think? Well, it depends on what are we talking about. Like, I think there's a lot of shit
he
that
knows.
He doesn't understand.
Like, I think he has little laughs with his family members, and he goes, "Holy shit! We gave 2% of our wealth to 1% wealth to charity, and the rest we save for a house. I never gifted subs."
Oh.
Like, I'm sure he makes jokes behind the scenes where he says, "I didn't gift my chat any subs for years for this house."
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I when I was talking about like he's unaware, what I was talking about is I think he may be unaware of the system that he sets up in his own chat room where it's like, yo, I'm like you, I'm similar to you. When he uses things like words like we, us, it's just a home, things like this. I don't think he's really aware of that so much. I think he's just like kind of framing it the way that his brain just kind of naturally goes. But I want to, he's consciously 1,000,000,000%, he's consciously, because he gets it all the time. All these people telling him, well, maybe you should like affect political change. Maybe you should donate to a PAC. Maybe you should donate to a political candidate and stuff like this. So yeah, he definitely every single day like recognizes that. Yeah,
it's kind of funny because he seems like there's a dumb fuck tax. If you come to his channel, if you're a dumb fuck, he'll tax. He's like the tax man. He collects. Dude, I was so pumped when I got my PO box. Look what my boy sent me: a fucking Subway gift card, $25 gift card. I was so fucking pumped. Yeah, I got some nice and Popeyes gift card. Yeah, but
wait, what's your favorite sandwich from Subway?
Dude, this is gonna don't punch me in the face. I've recently started to do pizza subs.
Pizza subs? I've actually never tried a pizza. Mine is a meatball marinara.
Meatballs.
So a pizza sub sounds pretty similar. That I never.
It's like what's that thing called? Salami pizza slices, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I put Chipotle, pepperoni? Southwest, and barbecue sauce on it.
What the fuck? I've never tried that combo.
I don't know. People on Twitch hate the taste of Subway, so.
I think that's okay. I think it's weird to hate the taste of. How do you hate the taste of a Subway?
I love Subway. Yeah.
Yeah. How the fuck does that even work? How do you just hate bread? Like, what are you putting on the sandwich to hate?
Wait, are you in Canada?
No, I'm not in Canada. I'm in America.
You're the first American to say you like Subway. I think Subway feels good in your stomach because of all the veggies.
I mean, not for me. I mean, it goes down easier with the veggies for me. I'm not a big fan of veggies personally, but I'm able to eat veggies very easily with the Subway sandwich. Like it just goes down really easy for me. Yeah. Subway is shit? Like how? Like why? It's like, okay, this is weird. Is it just like the quality of the ingredients or like what? Because like, I just don't know how you can say Subway is shit. It's like, what do you just order bread?
I love
Like
that
I
bread.
don't know.
I think that's goated. And bread's the hardest thing to do. Like not even McDonald's has
Yes,
nice bread.
yes, I agree. Like McDonald's bread is weird. The bread is like really fucking important for me because otherwise, like, you ever had that bread that's like sharp almost that like cracks in your mouth and is like
Yes.
really sharp and like pokes your gums? Yeah, I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And Subway's got like it's not gummy bread. I don't know how to explain it. It's
yeah,
good, man.
yeah, it's
I
it's like slightly tough, but like so you can feel like you really get in there, so you feel like a fucking Viking. You know what
you
I'm
can
talking
eat it.
about?
You can eat just the bread alone. You'll be happy. That's how
Yeah,
good it is.
you eat that shit. You feel like a fucking Viking. You feel like a fucking warrior. You're like chewing
But
through it
dude,
like a
I've got issues. I order now 2 footlongs every time.
damn. Yeah, well,
Mm.
this is a weird thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how long you've been eating Subways. They made their footlongs fucking smaller,
Yeah,
which is
actually,
weird.
yeah. Over time,
Yeah.
they do this. That's a capitalism trick where the serving sizes like start to shrink.
Yeah, it was like it used to be like obviously I actually don't know, but I still think it is a foot long, but like they have less in it. And it is just like, bro, I don't know. It's like just like a piece of bread. Like I ordered a meatball marinara not too long ago, and it was like it used to be like fucking thick, dude. I used to get fucking massive fucking meatball marinaras, but now it's just like one fucking two slices of cheese, the lightest bit of marinara sauce you've ever seen in your life, and like fucking one meatball.
Wait,
What the fuck?
what is your political position? Do you talk about that?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm a sock demo. That's why I am a politic Andy,
Are
dude.
you
That's
more
all
of
I
a
talk about.
Destiny kind of guy?
Yes, yes, I am. Some
Do you
might call
watch
me a shill.
Destiny?
Yeah, I do. I watch him. I watch him, Hassan, Vosh. I do that shit every day for content.
Yeah, people call me, dude. My real life friends call me, my real life friends, my ex girlfriend, everyone called me boring because I go to bed with them in my ear, either Vosh or Destiny when they're debating. You know what I mean?
How are they about to call you boring for that? What?
But apparently it's a very niche thing to be into. Like, do you know what
For sure.
Destiny and the kill stream? Nobody knows what that is.
Yeah.
I love those ones, dude.
Yeah, those things are fucking hilarious. Those are just meme city, dude.
Mm.
I remember that meme, dude. It just the entire day. That shit was fucking hilarious.
But here's the
But
weird part. I don't watch. Like, you meet me, you'd be like, "Oh, this guy's like some fucking, he's just like a jock or something." I don't watch nothing else on Twitch besides that shit.
yeah.
That's
Wait,
where I
really?
get boring. Like, what do you even watch on here?
Yeah, I
I
mean, I
and
guess
I've
it's just
always
like video
maintained
games, right?
if Piker was a debate lord, I'd be his biggest fan
Yeah, you think so? Why is that?
because it's like a stud debating, right?
I guess so.
But he's a fucking coward.
Yeah, I don't know. It's he does. I would say he actually does need to debate, but I remember back when he used to debate, I would get so mad that I hoped that he wouldn't debate, and now I'm just kind of like I'm not too sure if that was a good.
Nothing's
good.
worse than when you disagree with Hassan and you still know what he's trying to say better than he's trying to say.
Yeah, there's a like.
I think Destiny said it best. He's like, not only do I not know what you mean, I'm pretty sure you don't know what you mean. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, what would you say your political leanings are? Do you talk about it?
Um, I guess I'm just a lefty for Medicare, not much else. Because when I think of like public education, like if education, if they beefed up the educational system, would they ever allow the middle class to be smart enough to do anything? No, they wouldn't, right?
What do you mean?
Like, would the elites ever give us, let's say, some crazy social funds to make public education better? I don't think that's possible because they want us dumb, right? They want us
I'd
like
actually,
fucking cattle.
it. I don't know. I don't really think I would agree with. It depends on what you mean by dumb. I just think that at best, like I could break bread with the idea they probably wouldn't teach us like philosophy or like any kind of theory that would like threaten their position. But in general, like a lot of the elite actually benefit from us being pretty educated. Like to be able to offshore a lot of the menial labor jobs that we do to another country and then be able to just hire like tech people in America, they would benefit a lot. Because it's just like they don't have to get people overseas with H-1B's visas in America. They can instead just hire Americans, and we could just do their work. and that would be pretty
He's
easy for them.
Chat. He's crushing this answer. He's killing it. I'm more conspiratorial, right? Like I think the only way government would work is if you can audit and see taxes and where they go directly. Like imagine you could see exactly where your tax money's going.
Yeah.
Imagine a system like that.
I mean, I think that'd be cool. I think that would probably just help with people. I think that probably just like if we could do it. I don't know how, I mean, practical it is, but like if we could do it, I think that'd probably just help a lot of people with just
I was thinking
understanding a lot of shit.
they could just say it's a matter of national security. We can't show.
Oh wait, when you're talking about all of your tax money, are you talking about like understanding what full like front to back everything that your
No,
taxes are
I'm
paying
saying
for?
like you can audit. You can audit your you can see everything like transparently. You'd be like, "Oh, this bridge is funded this year, 2000 and whatever." And it's not like just some kind of like archetype thing. It's like, "Well, there's a bridge and we need more tax dollars for this bridge." Like you can see it. There's receipts for this shit. I think but then again, that would be, they'd say you're jeopardizing our national security because our enemies can see that, blah 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 blah.
I mean, it depends on what you would make public, but I mean, I don't think it necessarily would. I mean, what you would probably just do is look at what federal spending is used on, right? And then look at what local spending is used on. So your state tax and then your federal tax. And then you just would look at everything that they're spending on, and that's your money, right? It would
Yeah,
just be like
no, I
0 point.
here's what I
Go ahead.
worry about. You know how like the military will have a budget. If they don't hit that budget, they get their budget cut.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that's kind of like a scammy system that
100%.
they literally can just go blow shit up in the
Yep.
desert to hit their quota?
And that's literally, to my knowledge, what they do. Maybe not like blow shit up in the desert,
Uh,
but they definitely like
yeah,
they do shit like that where they just dump
I
ammo
have
and
a
shit.
brother who's in the military, and I'm like, Man, don't you guys ever run out of ammunition just training all day? He's like, that's the thing. They encourage us to just go
Yeah.
rip through ammunition, their armored reconnaissance, and they just rip through every round. They're like, they want us to play with ATVs and different kind of stuff. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's just I mean, it's a issue with the systems that we have because they're not if you're somebody who is like requesting more funds, you have to fill out 19 different fucking forms and go through like 80 bits of red tape. But to keep the funds that you already have is really fucking easy. You just say, hey, we need this amount of money again. Look, we spend all this money.
Are you
So it's really good.
are you a bigger government kind of guy? Because the way I see government is that I believe in the state if the government's not fucking corrupt. Like
Well, I mean,
I'll be
I
all
think
for a
that's
big.
probably
I'm not like this whole limited government shit. First of all, it's too late, right? Right? We've got technology and everything like that, but
yeah.
the government can be massive. I don't mind that. I don't mind the size as long as they're not corrupt as fuck, right? Wouldn't it be the virtue of the people would be upheld if the government was not corrupt? So therefore, it's not really a matter of size. It's more like who's inside.
Right. I don't disagree. I don't think, well, on the size of the government, definitely people would disagree. I just don't think anybody would disagree about the corruption bit. I don't think there's a single person that likes corruption. When I was talking about the bureaucracy, red tape, what I was talking about is it just takes a lot of work. If you're somebody that expanding your budget takes a lot of work from like a lot of people, it takes a lot of time. So instead of doing that, when you're like running very low like months on your budget, meaning you're like not spending very much money, they just tell you to dump all your shit. I mean, you know
Yeah.
this, right? Like you were talking about. And so like that's just a fundamental issue with like how long it takes and how much shit you get if you're somebody that calls up your superiors and go, "Hey, I need more money." Like you get
Yeah.
chewed out for that sometimes, so
It's
like
literally impossible to have a corruption-free government. All right, reduce corruption. My bad. Which is funny if you think about it. A little corruption, like you would need a little corruption to keep everything, not into that utopia turning into fucking whatever. Like I'm saying, reduce corruption, not a world without it. But like what's a government you look up to as a SOCDEM? Like what would you want to see the U.S. be like?
I
Which
mean
country?
Scandinavian countries are pretty fucking pog. I mean that's like what a lot of people like look at, like
Like nice
Sweden and
social safety nets and shit.
yeah, social safety nets, unions, shit like that is pretty cool. Um, I really like those systems because you don't have to. I really honestly don't like the minimum wage. I like the union system that argues for minimum wages a lot better because Having a minimum wage for all of California is just about the dumbest thing I could think of in the world. When there's places in California that like live fucking for pennies a day, and there's other places in California where it costs $5 for like water. So it doesn't make any sense to have a universal minimum wage there. It makes a lot more sense for like a union to be like, hey, you know what? On this side of the fucking street, you get paid X amount of money in comparison to on this side of the street where you can only get paid Y amount of money. I think that just makes more sense. Because it's just more liquid. You can precisely target like goods and prices of labor and
Dude,
also
why don't you get on my fucking Royales? We do politics all the time.
I've been talking about how I wanted to do that shit. I just need to get my sleep schedule in order. I've been talking about it because like a lot of people in my chat actually watch your Royales and they have a lot of fucking fun with it. So yeah. I
Yeah.
mean I want to.
Yeah, I think it's good for you because you actually run memes when you talk too. Like you can roast the shit out of Son and turn into Destiny, so it's perfect. Right?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And you done your stream now? What do you got left? You just go to bed now?
I go to bed. I try to go to bed more
Okay.
specifically. Dude,
Stay
I'm
in
bad
chat
at
for this
sleeping.
part. I think it gets really good here. Okay.